The transform centers are located on this flyout, and there are 3 of them. In this video, I'll talk about the first 2, which are pivot point center and selection center. The transform centers come into play only when you're rotating or scaling objects. They're irrelevant when you're moving because there's no center to a move transform. But they're critical when you're rotating or scaling. So I'll go to select and rotate mode and select this chair and rotate it. I'm rotating the object around its pivot point, right? That's because I'm using the pivot point center. Watch what happens if I make a larger selection. I'll hold down the Control key and click on this desk. Now I have a selection set of 2 objects. This changed. Now it says Use Selection Center. And this icon tells the story. There's a single transform gizmo sandwiched in between 2 objects. That's exactly the situation that we have in our viewport. We have this transform gizmo situated in between the chair and the desk. If I add objects to the selection set, the transform gizmo moves over because it must remain at the selection set's center point. Now this is the point about which I can rotate. Now let's say I just want to rotate the 2 chairs. I'll select them. And right now, I would be rotating them like this, and that's not what I want to do. I'll go up here and change this to use pivot point center. Now, I can rotate each chair about its own pivot point. Just a subtlety that you might want to be aware of is the fact that the transform center choice remains as it is until you change it. So if I select a couple of objects now, I'm still stuck in Use Pivot Point Center mode. I'll have to go back and change this to Use Selection Center, and it will remain like that until I change it again.